Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Leo. I'm Leo, and today we have a very special episode, one that goes a little deeper than vocabulary and grammar. Today we are talking about feelings.
And I'm Gisele. Hi, everyone. Feelings, emotions, are at the heart of every conversation, every story, every relationship. And yet, most beginners only know 2 or 3 words to describe how they feel.
Happy, sad, angry. That's the starter pack. And those words work, but English has so much more, so many more nuances, so many more ways to describe exactly what you're feeling.
And today, we're going to explore all of that, from the basics to the beautiful, more specific words that make your English feel truly expressive.
This is going to be a good one. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's start with happiness, because there are so many ways to say you're happy in English, and each one means something slightly different.
So the most basic is just happy. I'm happy. Simple, clear, works everywhere. But then you have glad, which is a slightly softer, more relieved kind of happy. I'm so glad you could make it.
Glad has a warmth to it, like you were worried something wasn't going to happen, and it did. I'm glad you called. I'm glad everything worked out.
Then there's pleased, which is a bit more formal. I'm very pleased to meet you. She was pleased with the results. It's happiness with a touch of satisfaction.
And delighted, which is like pleased but turned up. Very enthusiastic, very warm. I'm absolutely delighted to be here. Very British, actually.
Very British, yes. We love delighted. And then there's thrilled, which is excited happiness. I'm thrilled about the new job. She was thrilled when she got the news.
Thrilled has energy to it. It's not calm happiness, it's jumping up and down happiness.
And ecstatic, which is the maximum level. Beyond thrilled. She was absolutely ecstatic. You only use ecstatic for the biggest, most overwhelming moments of joy.
And there's content, which is actually one of my favorites, because it's a quiet, peaceful kind of happy. Not excited, not jumping around, just settled, satisfied, at peace.
I'm content. It means I have what I need. I'm not looking for more. I'm okay exactly where I am. It's a very mature, grounded kind of happiness.
I love that word, content. Such a calm word for such a calm feeling.
And grateful, which is happiness mixed with appreciation. I'm so grateful for everything you've done. I feel grateful every day. It's one of the most beautiful, emotional words in English.
Grateful. Such an important word, not just in English, in life. Now let's talk about sadness. Because just like happiness, there are many shades of sad, and each one tells a different story.
The most basic is sad. But then you have disappointed, which is sadness that comes from something not going the way you hoped. I was really disappointed with the result. She sounded disappointed on the phone.
Disappointed is such a specific feeling. It's not just sad. It's sad because something you expected didn't happen.
Exactly. And upset, which is a more emotional, reactive sadness. She was really upset after the argument. I don't want to upset you. Upset can also mean angry. It's one of those words that covers multiple emotions.
And heartbroken, which is the deepest kind of sadness, usually used for relationships or loss. He was absolutely heartbroken when she left. I'm heartbroken about what happened.
Heartbroken is powerful. You feel it when you say it. And devastated, which is similar but even stronger. It means completely overwhelmed by sadness or shock. The family was devastated by the news.
And then there's melancholy, which is a beautiful literary word for a soft, lingering sadness. Not sharp, not overwhelming, just a gentle sadness that stays with you.
Melancholy is one of those words that almost sounds like what it means. It has a slow, heavy sound to it. Melancholy. Autumn afternoons feel melancholy. Old photographs feel melancholy.
That's poetic, Giselle. And there's homesick, which is the sadness you feel when you miss a place or the people there. I've been feeling really homesick lately. She gets homesick every time she travels.
Homesick is such a universal feeling. And lonely, which is different from being alone. You can be alone and feel perfectly fine. But lonely is when you feel disconnected, like nobody truly sees you or understands you.
Lonely is one of the most important emotional words to know because it's something almost everyone feels at some point, and being able to name it helps. Okay, now anger. And like sadness and happiness, anger has many levels and flavors in English.
The basic word is angry, but then you have annoyed, which is a mild, low-level anger, like when someone is being irritating, but it's not a big deal. I was a little annoyed by the noise. It annoys me when people interrupt.
Annoyed is the everyday anger. The small stuff. Traffic. Waiting in line. Someone chewing loudly.
Oh, chewing loudly is a big one. And then there's frustrated, which is anger mixed with helplessness. When you've tried and it's just not working. I'm so frustrated with this project. She gets frustrated easily.
Frustrated is such a real feeling. You're not just angry, you're stuck. You want to move forward and something is in the way.
And irritated. Similar to annoyed, but slightly stronger. He was clearly irritated by the question. And furious, which is the high end of anger, intense, burning anger. She was absolutely furious. I've never seen him so furious.
Furious is not a calm word. When someone is furious, you know it. You feel it in the room.
And resentful, which is anger that has been stored over time. It builds up slowly. He felt resentful about the way he'd been treated. It's not a sudden explosion, it's a slow burn.
Resentful is one of those words that carries a lot of history. There's a story behind resentment. Something happened, it was never resolved, and it stayed.
And bitter, similar to resentful, but with a sharpness to it. She was bitter about how things ended. Years later, he was still bitter.
Bitter. Even the taste of the word matches the feeling. Let's talk about fear and anxiety, because those are emotions that come up a lot, especially when you're doing something new, like speaking a foreign language.
Speaking from experience, Leo?
Maybe a little. So, scared and afraid are the basics. I'm scared of spiders. She's afraid of flying. They're interchangeable in most situations.
Then there's nervous, which is a lighter, anticipatory fear. You're nervous before a presentation, before a first date, before something important that hasn't happened yet.
Nervous has an energy to it. Your heart beats faster, your hands might shake a little. But it's not paralyzing, it's activating.
And anxious, which is deeper than nervous. Anxiety is worry that doesn't always have a clear cause. I've been feeling really anxious lately. She has anxiety about social situations.
Anxious is an important word to know, and an important feeling to be able to name, because naming your feelings, in any language, is the first step to understanding them.
And overwhelmed, which is when everything feels like too much at once. I'm completely overwhelmed right now. The amount of work is overwhelming. It's not one specific fear. It's everything, all at once.
And dread, which is a heavy, dark anticipation, like you know something difficult is coming and you can feel it approaching. I'm dreading that conversation. She dreaded going back to work on Monday.
Dread is such a heavy word. It weighs on you. And insecure, which is fear about yourself, about whether you're good enough. I feel insecure about my English. He's very insecure about how he looks.
Insecure is universal. Everyone feels insecure about something, and being able to say it out loud, in any language, takes courage. Now let's talk about some more positive emotions that go beyond just happy, because there are so many beautiful words for the good feelings too.
Like inspired, which is that feeling when something or someone fills you with energy and ideas. I left that lecture feeling completely inspired. Her story inspired me to try harder.
Inspired is one of the best feelings, when you suddenly see possibilities you didn't see before.
And hopeful, which is a gentle, forward-looking optimism. I'm feeling hopeful about the future. She sounded hopeful when we spoke. It's not certainty, it's the belief that things could get better.
Hope is one of the most powerful emotions, and hopeful captures it perfectly. And there's proud, which is the feeling when you've done something well, or when someone you love has. I'm really proud of what we built. She was so proud of her daughter.
Proud is a warm, solid feeling. It stands firm. And moved, which is when something touches you emotionally, deeply. I was really moved by that film. The speech left everyone in the room moved.
Most. I love that word. When something is so beautiful or so touching that it shifts something inside you, that's being moved.
And relieved. That wonderful feeling when something you were worried about turns out okay. I'm so relieved it worked out. She breathed a sigh of relief. Relief is one of the sweetest feelings.
The sigh of relief. One of the best sounds in the world. Okay, let's do our conversations. 3. All about emotions. Real situations, real feelings.
Ready.
Hey, you seem quiet today. Everything okay?
Honestly, not really. I've been feeling a little overwhelmed lately. Work has been a lot, and I've been feeling kind of homesick too. I miss my family.
I'm sorry to hear that. That combination, stress and missing home, it's really heavy.
It is. I don't feel sad exactly. More like melancholy. Like everything is fine on the surface, but there's this quiet weight underneath.
That's such a real feeling, and I think naming it, melancholy, actually helps. It gives the feeling shape.
It does, actually. Just saying it out loud makes it feel a little less heavy. Thank you for asking.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. And hey, if you ever need to talk, just say the word. I mean it.
I know, and that makes me feel genuinely grateful. Thank you, Leo. Leo! I have to tell you something. I got the job, the one I've been interviewing for weeks.
No way, Gisele, that's amazing. How do you feel?
I don't even know how to describe it. Thrilled, obviously, but also relieved because I was so nervous all week. And now it's real, and I just feel light.
Light is the perfect word for that feeling. When the weight of waiting just lifts.
Exactly. And proud, I think. Not in an arrogant way, just like I worked really hard for this, and it paid off.
You should be proud. You absolutely earned this. I'm so happy for you, genuinely.
Thank you. I'm still processing it, honestly. It feels a little surreal.
Give it a few hours. Then it'll feel very, very real. And then we're celebrating.
Absolutely. We are absolutely celebrating.
Can I ask you something kind of personal?
Of course.
Do you ever feel insecure about your English, even now?
Honestly, sometimes. Not about the language itself, but about how I come across. Whether I sound natural. Whether people are judging how I speak.
I think that's more common than people admit. Even fluent speakers feel that.
And for beginners, it must be so much stronger. That feeling of, I have so much to say, but I don't have the words yet. It's frustrating and a little isolating.
Lonely, even. You're surrounded by people, but you can't fully express yourself. That's a specific kind of lonely.
It really is. And that's actually one of the reasons I love what we do here. Because every episode, someone listening gets a few more words, a few more ways to express what they feel. And that gap gets a little smaller.
That's exactly why we do this. Every word you learn is a bridge between you and the world.
Between you and the world. I love that.
Okay, let's wrap up. Today we went deep. Emotions, feelings, the full spectrum of the human experience in English.
We talked about happiness. Happy, glad, pleased, delighted, thrilled, ecstatic, content, grateful.
We talked about sadness. Sad, disappointed, upset, heartbroken, devastated, melancholy, homesick, lonely.
We talked about anger. Annoyed, frustrated, irritated, furious, resentful, bitter.
We talked about fear and anxiety. Scared, afraid, nervous, anxious, overwhelmed, dread, insecure.
And we talked about the beautiful positive emotions. Inspired, hopeful, proud, moved, relieved.
The big lesson today: emotions are universal. Everyone feels them. In every language, in every culture. But having the words to describe what you feel, that's what lets you connect with other people. Really connect.
Practice this week. Think about how you feel right now, today, and try to find the English word for it. Not just happy or sad. Go deeper. Be specific. You might surprise yourself.
And next episode, we are wrapping up our First Steps playlist with used to versus be used to, one of the most confusing structures for beginners, and we are going to make it crystal clear.
It's going to be a great one. See you next time.
See you next time.
See you soon.
Peace.